Yo, 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 Swaggy B34 once again in the his house. About to talk about the physical media evolution of Nintendo through both consoles and handhelds. First off, I'm going to start with one of my favorite consoles. Hell, it's my first console growing up, the NES, which I kind of already talked about in my first video. And I'm just going to show off these two different carts once again. The reason why is because it's like the common gray cart they used back in the day. And I picked this one because, well, this is like one of the few games that was a gold cart normally. But there's a gray cart variant to this too, which I had that, to be honest. Anywho, next is Super Nintendo. And these are two of my favorite games ever as well. Super Mario World and Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. Well, the reason why I brought these two particular carts out is because this particular cart model they used from when they launched from August of 91 till the spring of 93. And then from spring of 93 and then on, they started using this model for the cart. Anyway, let's fast forward a few years later to the Nintendo 64. Of course, another one of my favorite N64 games ever, Mario 64. And you can tell Nintendo kind of have an obsession with carts. But they justified this by saying without fail that that was their best measure against piracy. But they had to switch to discs at some point because, well, games kept getting bigger and better. With that in mind, the GameCube. And here's the GameCube classic right here, Paper Mario: Thousand Year Door. Really good game. Only played a little bit of it, but it's awesome. And then, to Nintendo's best-selling home console of all time, the Wii. And of course, this is a really good game that was a system seller in and of itself, Wii Sports Resort. Of course, the original Wii Sports is a system seller. But then they followed up with their worst home console of all time, or selling home console of all time, sorry. And that's the Wii U. And this is Nintendo Land. It's decent, but still, too bad. I would have loved to see the Wii U do better, let's put it that way. And then to what we have right now, the Nintendo Switch. Which I actually own this game. I'm actually renting this from the library, believe it or not. It's Bendy and the Ink Machine, in case y'all didn't see that. Played a little bit. It's pretty fun so far. Anyway, let's now switch over to the handhelds. Starting with the Game Boy. And of course, the game that came packed into every Game Boy back then. And, well, one everybody's addicted to, Tetris. I mean, what more do I need to say about it? I mean, it's Tetris. And wanted to show this game off, not because I like this game necessarily or anything, but I want to show off that there's some black cart variants out there. And then next, Game Boy Color. This one just happens to be Hubert. Once I actually get to play this, I'll see what that's like. Well, actually, I'll figure it out. It's cool. The next is Nintendo's best-selling video game system of all time, which was the DS. And this happens to be one of my favorite DS games, which is Trauma Center Under the Knife. It's pretty much a surgery game. It's fun as fuck. I love it. And y'all try that if you haven't already. And then they followed up with the 3DS. And it is a really good indie game, Shovel Knight. Y'all try that shit if you haven't. And then, right after that, we once again go to the Switch. So pretty much we've come full circle here. Whether it's with consoles or with handhelds, we all end up going to the Switch. Anyway, Swaggy B34 signing out. Like the video if you like it. Consider subbing if you haven't already. Anyway, hope y'all have a great night. Peace.